I'm also known as Dr. Marriage, the marriage doctor. Although doctor is more of an honorary title awarded by myself for my very wise insights on the topic of relationships. And just like there are some doctors who only cure diseases on the left side of your body, my advice on relationships is just for married men. So are there any married men in the audience tonight?
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm going to tell you how to save your marriage. And everyone else, you can tell the married men in your life what to do. Now, married men, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why the fuck would I want to save my marriage? After all, my wife, she isn't what she used to be. She spends all of my money on useless shit, like cushions and toilet roll holders and baby food. And she hasn't given me a blowjob since George Bush was president. George Bush Senior. In fact, if you don't save your marriage and you get divorced, you're making a big mistake, because getting divorced can cost more than 3 cars. And all the women in the room, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can someone so goddamn good looking know anything about relationships? But the truth is, I am very clever when it comes to relationships, because I haven't got married. So if my relationship ends, I can still afford 3 cars. So, married men, how are we going to save your marriage? Well, first of all, you're going to make your wife happy, because as you may have noticed, she's grumpy. Although, she's only grumpy some of the time, she isn't grumpy all of the time. And when she's grumpy, as everyone in the world knows, it must be because of her period. So how are you going to cheer your wife up when it's her period? Now you might want to write this down. You're going to cheer your wife up when it's her period by drawing little smiley faces on her tampons. Be sure to do it in pen. If you do it in pencil, you might give her lead poisoning. Now next up, you're going to improve your sex life, because a lot of married men don't realise that when the wife says after sex, wow, that was quick, that's not actually a compliment. Now you would think it would be, because they're usually so unwilling in the first place. They want it to be over quickly. But in fact, what they're actually thinking is, I don't really want to do this, but if we do it, I want it to last a really long time. Which is a bit stupid, because no one says, oh, I don't really want to go to the dentist. What if I do go? I'll be there for 3 hours and have 4 fillings and a root canal. So how are you going to make your sex last longer? Well, as everyone in the world knows, the way to make sex last longer is to think about something unsexy. So the next time you're having sex with your wife, I want you to think about a big fat man. The fatter the better. A man so fat, his nickname is Shitty Arse. And if you want, he can be wearing a t-shirt that says I beat anorexia. So now you've got a happy wife and a great sex life. Is that enough to save your marriage? Not a chance. Because your wife probably thinks that you're hideous. Because most women, most of the time, think most men are hideous. There's a dating website called OkCupid, and they did a survey of their women members and asked them to score their men members out of 5, where 5 meant hot, 4 above average, 3 average, 2 below average, and 1 meant hideous. And most of the scores were ones, because most women thought most of the men were hideous. So the chances are that your wife thinks that you're hideous. But there's a sneaky trick that you can use to make you think you're attractive. Because women think a man is attractive if other women think he's attractive. And the hotter the woman, the better. But you have to be subtle. There's no use coming in one day and saying, I saw that Megan Fox outside and she tried to snog me. You have to be more subtle. So on Monday you say, well, I saw an interview with Megan Fox today and she says she's going to quit the celebrity lifestyle and follow her dream of being a milkman's assistant. And then when you come in on Tuesday and say, Megan Fox has applied for a job as my assistant, it sounds perfectly natural. This is assuming you know. And then on Wednesday, when you say my new assistant Megan Fox tried to snog me, it seems like the most natural thing in the world. So if all of that doesn't save your marriage, then you clearly need my private consulting. See me after the back, rates start at £1,000 an hour. Thank you very much.